Welcome once again, OHS and El Camino High School families. My name is Omar Canseco, and we're here with the GEAR program to talk to you about the different summer opportunities available for your children. So today we have Mr. Omar Jimenez. He's one of our colleagues from MiraCosta College, who will be speaking regarding the Gear Up for College summer program at MiraCosta College happening this summer. Thank you, Omar, for joining us, and feel free to go ahead and get started.
Awesome. Thank you, Omar. So welcome, everyone. As Omar said, I am the other Omar. I am the coordinator under student equity. I also assist in coordinating the Gear Up for College summer program that's happening in June and July at MiraCosta campus. So welcome, and thank you for taking time tonight to be here and be present for this presentation. So I'm going to get started. So for those of you who may not know the program, the Gear Up for College summer program, it is a 4-week summer program. So it is from June, I believe it's June 16th to July 8th, or June 14th, I mean. It's going to be from Thursday or Tuesdays to Fridays, and it is going to be at MiraCosta College. So that is the exact address is 1 Barnard Drive. It is the main Oceanside campus for those that aren't familiar with the MiraCosta landscape. So it's at the main Oceanside campus, right off the 78 off of College. One of my favorite things is that this program is completely free. So the tuition is covered, the textbooks is covered, school supplies, and even the academic support that we will be providing through our instructional aides. This year, we are focusing on 9th to 12th graders. So that's current 9th to 12th graders from Oceanside High School and El Camino High School. So I already mentioned a little bit about it. So when is it? It is June 14th to July 8th, Tuesdays to Fridays. It's again a 4-week program. The courses that we're offering are Communication 101, Sociology 101, and then our upper levels, which is Communication 215, and then Sociology 230. The daily schedule, this is what your students will be experiencing. So they'll get picked up from the high school. We're still kind of figuring out the exact timeline for that, but it'll most likely be around 8:30, 8-ish. So that way they could be at the college and be ready in the class from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. After 12 p.m., we'll cut for a small lunch break, and then there'll also be a midday activity. Sorry about that. After the midday activity, this is where we go into the academic support. So this is where we have instructional aides. These are either current college students, they are either interns within the Social Justice and Equity Center, or they have multiple years of experience within the Gear Up program. I think the last time I looked, at least half of them, if not more, have a connection currently to Gear Up itself. So they come with a good amount of experience. And again, most of them have finished or have had some college experience, which is kind of what we look for when it comes to instructional aides, because ultimately, your students will relate to other students. Now, the onboarding and what's that going to look like and orientation. So you will have, when it comes to onboarding, we will help you every step of the way. So you have folks like Omar, you have folks at the high school that will help you every step of the way, and we'll also be doing workshops. So that way, we understand that some of these applications and the questions that they ask go in depth, because your student will be submitting an actual college applicant. So we'll be there to help them out. Don't feel like, we're just gonna give you the application and send you all by yourselves. We will be there for support. I'll put down my email, and again, you could always reach out to Omar's team as well. Orientation, please put this on your calendar and make time. It is going to be Thursday, May 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. And this will be at MiraCosta College at the concert hall. Again, this is available to all students, and you all, their families are welcome as well. You'll get your questions answered. You'll meet some of the IAs. We've invited some of the faculty, so they might even show up. And we'll also be offering on-site support for those folks that need, either the application. You have some questions about that. We'll have support day of as well. So what are the benefits? This is one of my favorite parts, because after completing this program, your students will earn actual transfer level college credit. Though also, one of my favorite things is they get to socialize, they get to interact, and they get to experience what a college classroom is like. And again, these instructional aides that will be in the classroom, every class will get 2 instructional aides. They get to socialize with actual college students. So any of those questions of, how is college like? How was the application? How was this classroom? And how is this classroom? They'll be able to interact with these instructional aides on a daily basis. And again, the connections that they're making, not only with the instructional aides, but with each other. I've seen it throughout the years working with Gear Up, where these students, they develop these bonds that will continue when they go into college. And it is my favorite thing, because then those bonds, it's, hey, you're applying for this position, I'll apply with you. And you start to see that leadership develop at a very young age. And it's usually within these programs where their leadership and who they become as a college student really gets developed in these programs. And one of my favorite things to see. So how do we apply? So we have this link, and of course, Omar will be sending out more information. We have flyers already with either links to make it convenient, QR codes for those that just want to scan it up, and it goes straight to the application. So the application is live now, and again, we'll be sending that out. We have multiple either workshops, or your students could always check in with us. So the applications, they are rolling, so please get them in as soon as possible. And again, we'll be reaching out after you submit the application, so that way we can help you all submit the actual MiraCosta application and the concurrent enrollment. Luckily for us, all of these forms have gone electronically now, so it's super convenient. And again, we'll be guiding you along the way if you need any services, accommodations through DSPS, which is now our SAS, and then logging into Serve, Canvas, Zoom, all these different technologies that your students may utilize throughout this program. So, like I said, applications are now active. If you have any questions, please let us know. And I believe this was the year that I actually became an instructional aide, and Omar was in the background right there updating his Instagram and his Twitter about how awesome of a program it was.
Yeah, I never checked my phone, right, but that day, like, they caught me. Yeah, families, I think one of the things that we can all speak on behalf of this summer opportunity at the college is that, I mean, it has amazing results for the students. Students who have participated in that program have excelled tremendously at any college course. It's a great bridge program to help a student later on perhaps take a college course on their own throughout high school, right? So every year we offer the program, and we have partnership with MiraCosta College to offer it this year. And it began as a pilot with the Gear Up program in a previous grant, and now it has been institutionalized with MiraCosta College. So it's a very successful program that students can participate. And so if you have any questions, as Omar said, we can really, we can support the students. The flyers have been received to the high school, and also we will be doing outreach at the high schools as well. So we have the flyers, we'll be posting them around so students can access them. Also, they can check their counselor's Google Classroom, as well as our social media. it's going to be available everywhere. So we will later on also provide application workshops for the students if they wish to get support on applying for the program as well. So
You have a couple questions in the chat.
thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for letting us know. Let's see here.
Yeah, I could answer the first one. So
Sure.
do any of the courses have prerequisites or pretty much just anything that requires them to even enter the class? The answer is no. We will be, the counselors at the high schools understand that the upper levels, like the 215 and the 230 courses, they do recommend that they have some experience. I believe the COM 215, they recommend a certain level of an English course. But that, again, the student will be working with their counselors to have an understanding of that. But as far as like a a hard prerequisite, no. Especially if you're looking at the 101 courses, those are entry-level college courses. Again, I think every one of them, a student converts into their educational plan. So that way, again, it's all transfer level courses, and it fits most education plans. But yeah, the high school counselors will be working with the students. So that
Yes, the definitely the counselors, they do look at that credit. The students, after completing the program, will have to request the transcript from the college, so it can be sent to the high school, and then that way they can, input that course into the transcript and give the students credit. So the counselors will be able to let the students know what that will look like. In addition, let me look at the questions. So that was been answered. It counts for college and high school as well. And then one of the things that I've been sharing with students and their families is that, taking this program, you actually kill 3 birds, right, with 1 stone, because in AP class at the high school level, in order to get college credit, you have to pass the AP exam, I believe, with a 4 or higher. So if you take this college course in 16 days, you condense 15 weeks into 16 days with the support that's being offered. Students are very successful in these courses. That means you complete a college level class that transfers to the university, and then you also get credit for the high school as well. So it definitely helps the students to boost their GPA as well. So that's definitely something that we let the students know, that this program is meant for them to succeed in it. So taking the opportunity is just the first step. We are recording the meeting, so if you joined a little bit after, we will provide the link to the meeting via our Gear Up website, as well as the high school websites. And then let me see.
And then I could answer Rosa's question. So will students need to take an entrance exam? No. So the awesome thing, and this is just, for anyone wanting to join MiraCosta, we accept the top 100% of all applicants. It is a free, or it's an open application. It's a free and open application. So no, your students will not need to take any entrance exam or placement, anything like that. No.
And there is another question regarding, let's see. Oh, we're trying to fill out the application online. So if you go to that link that we shared in the chat, on there you will see a link to a Google form. What I've been suggesting to the students is look at the Google form first. There's an essay question that you have to answer. It's not a long essay question, but copy that question onto a Google document. Work on the essay question and then go back and submit the form, because the form doesn't allow you to save that essay question as you're filling it out. So make sure that the students, work on the essay question. Once they're done with the essay question, they can go back and fill out the form, and so copy and paste it from Google Docs over to the form. So, and if students need help with their essay question, just so that we can kind of like look at it, feel free to let your students know that to stop at the Gear Up room, so we can kind of revise their question or give them some suggestions as well. And just so that you know, we are recording the audio and the video, and we will have after our colleague Omar is finished, we will have the Oceanside Unified School District opportunities, just so that you're aware. Join us, okay? Any other questions? Ms. Sophie, let me go back and see the question. All right, it says my counselor told me that doing a Miracosta College summer course for a language because I don't have any time to finish any of my other classes is a thing. Okay, so in addition to, and we'll cover it soon, Sophie. So if you can, just remember your question. But during the OUSD presentation, we will also talk about dual enrollment, which is another opportunity besides Gear Up for College. And then there's also concurrent enrollment. So there's multiple ways that you can take college level classes. Right now, we're talking about the Gear Up for College summer program that is like, you can consider like an all-inclusive program that you apply for it. If you're accepted, I mean, you really get the support. And in the other classes, of course, they're great to take. But if you've never taken a college level class, you want to make sure that you are using all the resources to your availability if you're going to do it on your own, because we don't want you to underperform. What we want is our students to have success in any of the classes, and that's why this program is very is meant for that. That's why we have the support in it, so that you learn where you can get the support, how to take a college level class, and then it would be great for you to explore on your own other options as well. Okay, so there we go. Let me see if there are any other questions.
I think T had a question.
There was a direct message to me. What courses are offered? Mr. Omar mentioned them earlier, but we can revisit them as well. The program will be in person. Gear Up for College will be in person. There is already a permission for the program submitted. So that means that we will be looking into offering the transportation for the students to the college. And that means students can go to their high school, catch the bus. The bus will be available for them. Most likely it's going to be around 8:10 when we start departuring. So we are over at El Camino. I'm sorry. Miracosta College on time. So don't worry about transportation. And yeah.
And then as far as the classes that are available, it is Sociology and Communication 101. And then we also have the upper levels, which is Sociology 230 and Comm 215. And again, none of those classes have prerequisites.
There's another question regarding if a student is already scheduled for appointments, it might be medical appointments or something else. Are there any other programs that can help students academically over the summer, college or high school? The summer classes at the college, regular summer classes, they can sign up for those, but those are more weeks. Right, but they are intense classes as well. So missing a class during the summer, it's a little bit. It's like missing a week of school. So that's an issue. That could kind of be a potential issue. And I know, and we're going to cover this later, for the summer programs at the high school, they're not going to allow students to miss more than a day and a half.
And I think we're following suit, I believe, for our program, just because one day, it really is an entire week. Our regular semester is a 16-week semester, and the faculty have found a way to condense that in 16 days. So that's unfortunate for those folks that do need to miss a day. But like Omar said, we still have our actual summer classes. Just make sure if your student does enroll, and our actual summer classes, I believe, differ between like a 6-week and an 8-week. It's still fast paced. It's just you get a couple extra weeks, so missing a class isn't that impactful. But again, always coordinate with the teacher, with the faculty, and please utilize the services that we have still available at the library, tutoring, the writing center, the math learning center. Just, like Omar said, like we genuinely don't want folks to just sign up for stuff and feel like they're not supported and fail.
Yeah. Feel free to unmute if you have another question. We have time to take more questions. Or in the other breakout room right now, they're covering the OUSD summer programs. So in the previous workshop that we had, it took up a little bit more time. So we still have more time in this session if you have any other questions.
And then for Ashley's question, Ashley, they are. So this is definitely 100% a college credit course. So they will receive an actual college transcript. And as Omar said, I'm not too familiar with the high school, but Omar said, it also counts as high school credits. Just make sure to speak with your counselor about that.
Awesome, thank you. This will also be sent to us via email, right? If we missed anything in the beginning.
Yeah, we will be sending the recording via email. Or also you can look at the recording on our Gear Up website or the high school websites as well. We will request that they get uploaded. And I can also put our website on here in the chat, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, good questions, y'all. Do we have any more questions or anything you all need more information about?
I have one question.
Yeah.
It's summer school at college is different from summer school at school.
I mean, it depends. So like, what exactly are you looking for as far as like what is different?
Well, my daughter is going to 10th grade.
Okay.
And I want her to take summer school.
And you're kind of deciding between summer school at the high school and then summer school at the college?
Well, I want to know which one should I do? Or is it at the same time at different times? Can she take both or just one?
To my understanding, and again, maybe Omar will know more of this, I believe the schedules conflict with each other.
Okay.
So as far as like which one to go to, I strongly recommend you speak with your high school counselor who may know a lot more about the academic side of your student. But I do know it will be either or with our summer program, with Gear Up, with our college courses in the summer, and with summer school, I believe.
Yeah, just to provide a little bit of feedback regarding that and the dates. The Gear Up for College summer program and OUSD summer 4 credit classes, it's almost about the same time. And the thing is, and this question came up in the previous workshop, it is very difficult to find dates and facilities for the program at the college, as well as dates for OUSD summer program. So we offer, the summer school option here at Oceanside Unified School District a little bit later. That conflicts with the incoming year. So, and a lot of our staff, our teachers are off during that time. So the Gear Up for College summer program as well. Summer school happens at MiraCosta College, so all the facilities get used up. So that's why we offer this program during that break in between the spring semester ending and summer session starting. So that's why it's a little bit complicated to not conflict, right, with the dates. So the best resource is to talk to the counselor. If you know that your student is on track, right? If they didn't fail any classes 9th or 10th grade, or if there's someone in here from another grade level, then that means that they don't need to make up any credits, right? So the Gear Up for College summer program will be a great option. Dual enrollment will be a great option as well as like concurrent enrollment. So those college options would be very, very beneficial for the students. If you know that your child maybe is behind a class that 9th grade didn't go so well because of COVID last year, or if they didn't pass a class this past semester, then most likely your counselor will recommend that you take the credit recovery or make up that class during the summer. And our first priority as a program, I can also say that we want to encourage our students to be on track, of course, and to be ready for graduation, because that's the first step, you know. And this program, the Gear Up for College Summer Program, will be offered next year as well. And the following year, it's been institutionalized with MiraCosta. So that means that, you know, there will be other opportunities. So I've been telling the students, hey, if you can't do it this year, it's okay. You can try next year, and you'll have that opportunity to make to advance on credits next year. So yeah.
So just to be clear, so if she needs credit recovering, she have to do it at Oceanside High.
Oceanside or El Camino High School, yeah.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
thank you, that helps.
Yeah,
Cool.
but first talk to the counselor too, to just make sure to see where the child is at, right? So that
Yeah,
way,
thank you.
you know how many classes they will need, because they're gonna cover it next, but there's multiple sessions for summer school at Oceanside Unified School District.
That helps, thank you.
Yeah.
And then Elise had a question about an IEP. So yes, part of the application process, we try to capture that information so that way we could reach out to the students. So MiraCosta has a whole department, Student Accessibility Services, or it used to be called DSPS, dedicated just for students who need those type of services. So yes, if a student has an IEP or needs any type of service, we try to capture that within the application so that we're aware, and we could assist with that.
Mhm. Yeah, and in that process, the student would need to request their IEP or record be sent to MiraCosta so that they can do the process for applying to the DSPS programs for MiraCosta, and then that way there can be some accommodations for that
Yeah.
summer course. And the great thing about that is that there are many resources through the DSPS office, and so students can then, you know, later on when they take another class, or if they decide to go to MiraCosta College or any college that they go to, they get their records need to be sent over there. That way those services are available for them at the university. They have amazing resources for students who need additional accommodations.
Yeah,
So
and a wonderful staff and support. So I dropped the link in the chat so that way you could look at their department. You could even contact them if you have any questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
Actually, Omar, do you mind repeating the benefits by taking summer classes? My daughter just got here and she would like to know the benefits, please.
Which Omar?
I'm sorry, Canseco.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, one of the greatest benefits for Oceanside Unified School District that's offering right now is the credit recovery, right? But if you are good on credits, taking a college level course specifically through Gear Up for College, this program, you have the support embedded into the program. So that means that you're getting that help to succeed in a college level course. You have the IAs who will be supporting you. You will have Mr. Omar Jimenez there. I will be there as well. Other students, faculty will be there to talk to you about, you know, their process through education, other guest speakers. The food is amazing. Students never complain about the food at MiraCosta College because it is great. It is very fresh. The transportation is provided. So that class or that program is like an all-inclusive program. And in addition to that, you get credit for that transfers to the university, college credit, and then you also get your high school credit And I've been telling the kids that, and you don't have to take the AP exam, you know? So it's an amazing opportunity that I think the greatest step for students is to apply and to then just attend. But being persistent, having perseverance, and going every day, not giving up, you will succeed in the class. The program is meant for you to succeed.
Thank
And
you.
I'll just add, if you're still there, I think, again, I said it during the presentation, one of my favorite parts is just the social aspect that a lot of students get from this. I kid you not, I had, when I was a part of the program, I started off as an instructional aide in 2017, I'm still seeing juniors and sophomores and freshmen who were part of that program. Now I see them in their leadership roles. You know, they go in there, they make friends, and then they come to MiraCosta, or, you know, whichever college they choose, and they enter these leadership roles because they're familiar with the college. You know, they become ambassadors, they become part of the Associated Student Government, they become student workers, so that way you can make money while coming to school. So again, that's one of my favorite part of the programs, is you develop these friendships that will stick with you. And again, you're you know, socializing with students from different high schools, but then when you're in these classes, you're MiraCosta students. So it's the coolest experience. If you're, you know, on the borderline deciding to go or not to go, please go. I'm telling you, it's going to be such a great decision.
Thank you.
Of course.
Just a reminder for those of you who are in the workshop, if you don't have your full name listed, can you please rename yourself? Because that's going to help us with the attendance, so that way we give credit to the students who, or the families who attended, and that will be very helpful, because we, per our grant, we have to document who's attended. Thank you so much. And let's see, let me just check my messages to see if they are ready to switch. I know we are, but what I can also do, just so that I can also present my show. I'm going to share my screen. Thank you again, Omar, for helping us with the workshop, and feel free to drop your email on there, so families can contact you if they have any further questions. And we will be collaborating with our colleague Omar to present here for the students, if students would like to hear a presentation directly from him here at the high schools, and also, with the process of applying for the program as well. So
No, thank you all for having me. Thank you. Have a good one.
thank you, Omar. Thank you, Omar. So while we wait for our colleague that's going to cover the presentation regarding Oceanside High School summer programs, I wanted to share also my screen to talk to you about the opportunities through El Camino High School. And so that way you can hear, because we have a mixed group in the audience, so that way you can hear what's being offered at both schools. Okay, can you see these slides well? Can someone, I'm sharing, so I can someone like unmute and let me know if they can see the El Camino High School flyer?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much. All right, and then let me exit real quick, because I need to move it over here. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be looking at you. Let's see, it's the screen, put it over here. This Zoom stuff is a little bit tricky for me sometimes. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Slideshow. Okay, and then, oh, you're here, Fran. Okay.
Hello.
So, Fran, if you would like to, I can
Thank you.
exit, and then I can share my screen, but the OHS summer programs. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get started with the OHS one since Fran is here, and then that way she can cover it. And I can stay after if we need more time, okay? Can you see the summer programs?
Not yet.
Not yet? All right, let's see. Okay, share screen. All right, how about now?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
All righty.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Fran Prather. I'm the Asset Site Coordinator for Oceanside High School, and I am also the Oceanside High School librarian. I'm here to share our programs with you for this summer. The academic programs are the same at Oceanside or at El Camino, at least the outline. It will just depend on how many teachers they have at each site. But the offerings will be the same to begin with, so that you know. Next slide, please. Hold on, my assistant principal is calling now. So for our academic offerings, we, for credit, the students will be able to take these classes for credit. We will have 6 weeks total, June 14th through July 18th. Session 1 will be June 14th through July 1st. And then session 2 will run from July 5th through July 22nd. Classes will be Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. and breakfast and lunch will be provided. And we are currently working, thanks to a parent question, we're working on getting busing for base students. It's not approved yet exactly, but we are hoping to get that approved. It honestly will come down to whether or not transportation can provide drivers in the summer is what it looks like. Next slide, please. So our course structure is courses will be offered using the Apex Learning platform. However, teachers will be providing instruction during this time of the block, and then we'll provide support to students while students are working on the course in Apex. So it will kind of be a hybrid. The students will get more support than they normally would with an Apex course. And then please, please, please not only have them bring their school issued device every day, but have them charge it every day. We've learned this semester that while students remember to charge their personal cell phones, they forget to charge their Chromebooks. So if you could encourage students to charge their Chromebooks, that would be great. Next slide. So for incoming 9th graders, we have several options. All of them are for credit, so students can earn high school credit before they even start high school. Math Foundations 2A and B is for students who are currently struggling in 8th grade math. If they're just not quite ready for high school math, this is the best option they could do this summer. So the 2A would be in June and the 2B would be in July. I did forget to mention students for all of the courses, they could take June or they could take July or they could take June and July. So if your family has trips planned or things that come up, you don't have to take all of it. But we do recommend if a student's struggling in math that they take both sessions of this math class. Then the other classes offered for 9th graders are elective credits. So students have a certain amount of elective credits they have to earn to graduate. So these will be offered computer applications, music appreciation, art appreciation, media literacy, multicultural studies, and college and career prep. 10th graders can take what we call, if they need credit recovery, they can take a prescriptive course, English 9, A and B. And what prescriptive means, so I'll back up and explain this, is when a student does not pass a class, we know that they mastered some of the standards. So there's no point in making them repeat the entire course. So we offer a course that gives them a test at the end, or excuse me, at the beginning, says what they need to learn, and then they only have to take those portions of the course. So they can move a lot faster and show that they know the standards. So we're offering English 9A and B, Math 1A and B, and Biology A and B. They can also take in 10th grade a first time credit course. So for example, they can take some of the 10th grade class or the 11th grade classes to get those out of the way. And the 10th grade classes, sorry, my dog is distracting me. He wants to play now all of a sudden. Okay, problems with presenting at home. So they can take their 10th grade courses. So if they wanted to take English 2 or Math 2 or something else that they need to take, or some of the electives, I would really highly recommend that they don't take Math 2 to get ahead online. It's a pretty difficult course to take on your own time, unless my husband had to help my own son. So I would really highly not recommend it. Okay, next slide. Okay, so for 11th and 12th graders, they can also take credit recovery. Yes, I believe it does replace their previous grade. So 11th and 12th graders can take credit recovery or the first time. So English 9, English 10, English 11, world history, Math 1, Math 2, Math 3, biology A and B, and earth science. The earth science is only first time because we don't offer it in person. So the students would have to just take the first time course. So the first time course is the full course. So if they're taking it for the first time, it's much more intensive. There's a lot more work to it because it's the first time. But it is my understanding that a credit recovery course replaces the grade. Next slide, please. The most important thing is to speak to your counselor. Students in grade 10 through 12 should talk to their counselor to make sure they're taking the correct course. And especially if they want to get ahead to just make sure they're picking classes that count for them for graduation. Your students' counselors are listed there. If your student had Miss Haggerty unfortunately found a new job closer to home. And so we just hired Mr. Cimental, who has a lot of experience, and he's great and he's jumping right in. So that's the new counselor right now. All right. So after that, this is where the two schools diverge. El Camino does have an enrichment and will be offering their own programs, but this is what we are offering at Oceanside High School. Hold on one second, please. So the enrichment will only be for June 14th through 17th, Tuesday through Friday, June 21st through 24th, Tuesday through Friday, and June 28th through 30th, Tuesday through Thursday. The dates will vary depending on the activity and instructor availability. They will go from 12:30 to 3:30. There's a few of them that only go 12:30 to 2:30. We will get all of that information out as soon as it's completely finalized. And then if a student does not take morning academics, they can still come in the afternoon and participate in the afternoon activities. And they could come at noon, get lunch prior to the activity, and then come out and play with us. Next slide, please. So currently, and this is probably our pretty set schedule of offerings, we'll be offering woodworking, robotics for our multi-language learners, a program called Project Lonche, media makers, stagecraft and theater tech, dance, marching band, organic gardening, football fitness, baseball, open weight room, soccer, and basketball open gym. And I'll tell you a little bit more about these on the next slide. Woodworking, these are all our teachers or coaches who will be offering these sessions. Woodworking is with Mr. Zubieta, learning a woodworking trade. He's done wonders in the shop. He leans towards cabinetry and learning how to build some really neat things the students have made this year. Mr. Fogliati will be offering robotics. They just had 150 people on our campus this week for a butt ball tournament, and they also participated in FIRST Robotics this year. So they'll design, build, and program robots and get a taste of what the competition team does. Project Lonche with Ms. Ortega and Mrs. Hancock is local organic nutrition creating healthy estudiantes. They're going to learn language through creating healthy snacks, nutrition, free donations from a local organization. So they'll cook for their parents when they get home because everybody's going to want to taste this. Media Makers is our new teacher, Mr. Parks, who has his own amazing studio in Oceanside. He's an industry professional. He is going to work on digital media with students, producing for YouTube, short films, music, and esports. The students who are participating in that this year love it. Next slide, Stagecraft and Theater Tech with Ms. Byler, our new theater teacher, and Mr. Fogliati. They are going to use power tools and build sets and scenery for our plays coming up in the fall. Dance with Miss Cheney. The OHS dance team and others can work to improve their dance technique and get in shape. And this is a new addition, soccer we're going to offer, and he is going to run it as fun tournaments, but anybody can play. The weight room will be open for anybody who wants to get in shape, and basketball open gym. The head coach will be in there, but that's for anybody who would like to play. Marching band is going to have a one-day activity on June 22nd. That will be like an all-day camp, and then there will be a parent performance at 7:30 of what they learned that day. Next. And football fitness, Coach Rodriguez and the coaching staff will have anybody who wants to play football this year out there on the field and in the weight room, getting in shape. And baseball this may go in the morning. We're still not sure exactly. They're still in negotiations, but either in the morning or after school, anybody who wants to improve their baseball skills can come out and work with them. And next. So our application is currently, there was a question on the form. It was already sent to parents over the weekend. You should have received it on email, but here it is again. Right now, it does not have Math 2 or Math 3. Right now, you would just check other math, just so that we know that that's what a student is interested in. But they're going to add science as well. And then on the last slide, if you have questions for the academics, you can contact our assistant principal, Natalie Daniels, at her email at nataliedaniels@oceanside.us. Her phone number is there. And enrichment, you can contact me directly, and there is my email and phone number. And I'm sorry about my dog.
Thank you, Fran, for your for your support and the presentation. And thank you to your dog for being joining us as well. Families, do any of you have any questions? Feel free to put them in the chat or go ahead and ask them. Let's see. Oh, with regards to what Fran said earlier regarding the courses and the math class, right? The counselors are looking at what students are asking for, right? And they're the ones that are going to suggest, hey, this student needs to take this class. They're deficient in this specific class, so they need to take this class. Or you know what? Let's give the student the opportunity to take a different course. So the counselors are very involved in the process for the credit. Just make sure that your child does, check in with the counselor as well.
And we will have a summer school counselor as well, who will be checking to make sure everybody's in the right courses as well.
Any further questions? Feel free to unmute. And then stop the share. Let me check the chat, see if any further questions. Ms. Helen, thank you for your comment. Now is the time to ask if we have questions for Ms. Fran. Fran, is it still, do you know if families will be able to, or students will be able to do enrichment at OHS if they're not doing enrichment at El Camino? Okay. All right, so.
Students are willing, can take academics at either site or can take the enrichment at either site. We confirm that so that if a course is offered at one place that a student needs, but for some reason not offered at the other, then students could go to either site. And Surfside students are coming to Oceanside as well.
Thank you, Fran. And thank you again for joining us. I'm gonna cover a few slides regarding El Camino High School, but it's very similar to what Fran had shared with us. The credit recovery option for students. This is a flyer that that's gonna most likely go out to the families soon, but the application, all the information has been posted or emailed to the students either through their counselor's Google Classroom or via email directly to the students. So make sure that your children are checking their email and they're staying up to date with all the information regarding that. Let's see here. So for El Camino High School, of course, it's going to be in person as well as Oceanside High School, and the dates are exactly the same. The time frame is the same as well. And they also created this this poster to also let you know about the Gear Up for College and the dual enrollment options. So we wanted to share that with you. One is credit recovery, then acceleration for the college programs. And here are the dates again. And session 1, students can take up to 2 sessions for the summer programs, rising 10th through 12th graders. Okay, so they can repeat the courses. And then just remember that the days are Tuesdays through Fridays at 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So this was earlier shared by Fran as well. So just it's very similar. And then requirements, they will be dropped after 1.5 days. So that means that it's very important that students attend every day, because it is a very short time, right? And it's fast paced. So it's important that students do not miss any any part of the credit recovery. Applications are due May 1st. And students will be expected to bring their devices, and as Ms. Fran said, like, and make sure those devices are charged, because otherwise they can't do any work. The application is via Google form. So here's the link, and we're gonna share this presentation with you as well, but the link is here, and we can also drop it in the chat so you have access to it. In addition to the Google form, please remember to have your child check their emails through their OUSD portal, and then also to check their Google Classroom for the counselors, because they're the ones that send out the information, as well as it's posted on the website as well. So you can access the summer program information via El Camino High School website. It's on the main website. You just scroll down a little bit and you'll see there the announcement for summer programs. And then the summer school administrator contact information is here. Is Ms. Michelle Owens. She's one of the El Camino High School teachers, and she was hired as the administrator. So she asked me if I could add her information here, so that way you have it, and you can contact her with any other further questions that you may have. But everything is very similar to OHS. And I can go ahead and open it up for questions regarding any of the credit recovery options for Oceanside Unified School District before I talk about dual enrollment. So please feel free to write it in the chat if you have a question, or to go ahead and unmute and ask the question. Oh, and Fran just also chatted us that we have confirmed our credit recovery. Our principal confirmed that credit recovery course does replace the previous grade. So that's a benefit for the student, because in that way, that grade is no longer valid in their transcript. So the previous grade. So that's good news. That's similar to how colleges do it too. So if you have to retake a class, then the new grade replaces it. No questions? Okay, so I will go ahead and then continue on to the additional programs offered through the partnership with Miracle Coastal College is dual enrollment, and this is a flyer regarding the classes that will be offered for dual enrollment, and they're going to be online. 2 of those classes, Career 101 and Life Planning. That's a 1-unit course. It will be, the dates are June 13th through July 6th. And that will be Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. to 11:30 via Zoom. Counseling 101, Orientation to College, same dates, from the 13th all the way through July 7th. And then that will be Tuesday, Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11:05 via Zoom. And then we have 2 online classes that are not via Zoom. It's just online on their own, similar to Apex, right? It's like on their own. And that will be Music 114, History of Rock and Roll. And that one's 3 units. And that is the longer course. It's from June 13th through August 5th. And then Geography 101 and Physical Geography Lab. So that will be a 4-unit course, and that, because it's a lab course, it gives the student that full credit for transfer to the university credit, as well as it will definitely give them the credit for high school, because it includes the lab. So that one's 4 units, and it's June 13th through August 5th as well. So these courses are being offered that any student, if they wish to apply to them, that is a Oceanside Unified School District student, can take those classes. So what the student needs to do is, again, check the Google Classrooms, because all this information is posted on the Google Classrooms, and then fill out the Google form that they're interested in a dual enrollment course. And then the counselors can look at those forms and see, okay, is this your best option this summer, taking this dual enrollment class, or should you do the Oceanside Unified School District credit option, or maybe the Gear Up for College option. So there's multiple things going on this summer for students that they can accelerate or catch up on their credits. This information is also being shared by the College and Career Center for students to view as well. And then just to start finishing up with regards to the services that Gear Up offers, of course, we offer academic support. I have been telling the students, hey, you got still 6 more weeks. So, don't give up, stay there, stay strong and continue to utilize the services that we have. We can support you in the classroom as well as after school. And then we have tutor.com. That is a great resource for students they have access to it 24/7 through their Oceanside Unified School District portal. And they can access a tutor from, during the weekend, late at night, early in the morning. It's up to them when they would like to use the service. As well as the College and Career Planning, we also have workshops. We have field trips, which all covers one of our new updates that just went through. And then we have school supplies for students that they can, if they need, an extra pencil, if they need paper. We can also help print their assignments if they need to print an assignment. And then, of course, the summer programs. And we also have a leadership program that is the Europe Ambassador program. And we will have those applications ready at a registration for the students in August. So the newest field trip that we have coming up is another field trip to Safari Park, and this time it's only limited spaces, so students need to apply as soon as possible. The announcements have gone out for both schools. The information has been shared again through their Google Classroom, in person, as well as via Google, the Google email. So students can apply for going to the Safari Park to listen to what the Safari Park has to offer in terms of careers. So we're going to have some experts in the field, and they're going to share about, of course, wildlife and plants and conservation. So it's a great way to meet folks in a huge industry in our community, a huge employer in our community that employs folks from all different types of career paths, not just specifically, those who take care of the animals, or, they have people from all walks of profession. So they have a huge set of staff that dedicate their time to not only supporting conservation, but also the managerial aspect of the park, the educational aspect of the park, also, the design, right? They need designers, they need people that work on their websites, they need people that maintain, the gardens and everything else. So there's a lot of opportunities there. So El Camino High School, we will be going on the 7th, and it's a Saturday. And then Oceanside High School we're going on the 14th of May as well, and that will be on a Saturday. And we will be going, we'll be departing about around 8:35, 8:40 to be there on time for the program. And then the students do need to bring a lunch or money to purchase their food. And this is only if the student can attend. In the previous opportunity that we had, families could attend all together, but for this opportunity, it's only the student, and the Gear Up coordinators will be attending. So this is the information regarding that. And then just as a reminder for you, stay connected with us. We are at both schools. Our hours are 8 a.m. through 4:30 p.m. And then also, you can contact us via email, via our phone numbers. We are always available for our families, for students, and any questions that you have. If you wish to visit us in person, we welcome you to visit us. Of course, you do have to show proof of vaccination, or I believe you can also show a negative result, COVID result. And you just go through the process of checking in with the high school and letting them know I'm here to visit the Gear Up office. So we have also our liaison, our adult liaison, Alejandra Garcia, and her information is here too, and she also supports us with contacting the families. You can view our information on our Gear Up website. So this recording will be uploaded to that website, and the link is down here. You can see it there. So also connect with us via Facebook or social media. And we do have a text messaging program. So if you want to stay connected, like for example, hear about the new updates that we have or the workshops, you can sign up to our text messaging program. And all you have to do is text to 760-248-8799, and then make sure that you use just type in Gear Up, and then we'll automate it. Messages will pop up so that you can sign up. So thank you so much again, families, for joining us tonight. That's going to conclude the presentation regarding the summer opportunities that we have. And his friend posted in the chat that a plug for dual enrollment classes. My son took Spanish at Maricosta College while he's senior at Oceanside High School, and he loved the Spanish teacher at Maricosta, and earned both high school and college credit, and it was free. So there's a lot of opportunities for students to really complete a full semester or even year of classes, of college level classes, before they even graduate from high school. And research shows that, after completing 24 units of college credit, your opportunities to complete your 4-year degree just skyrocket. So that's why the combination of all these programs really help students, improve not only in high school, but in their leadership. And also, it helps them to push themselves forward to post-secondary, and that could be either community college or to university. So thank you, Fran. Thank you everyone for your time. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording now.